Hey, how's everyone doing? All right, we're gonna do a tutorial on batteries today. Lawn tractor batteries. I'm gonna explain some stuff to everyone. Um, One of my good friends who is a subscriber said I'm gonna give him an honorable mention. His name is Jim, and he is in the process of figuring out his battery for his tractor zero turn right now. And this is a battle I've had with him regarding keeping it charged over the winter, and how to test it, how to make sure his battery's good to go, because he's had to come over and borrow my Trickle chargers 2 years now in a row. So we're gonna do a quick tutorial and explain it for everyone on what I do. And again, I'm not saying what I do is 110% the right thing all the time, but it works for me every year, and my equipment runs and starts up good in the beginning of every spring after we store it over the winter. So anyway, when it comes to batteries, you can see here we have this, sorry for the mess. We have the Value Craft here. We got a couple batteries back here. And then we also have this battery and this John Deere, which I've already tested. And we've got this battery and this John Deere, which is currently hooked up to a battery tender trickle charger. All right. That battery, I just plugged this in. Now you can see when it's at that red light on the top and the blinking green, it should be about 80% or roughly 80% charged. And then when it gets to the full steady green, it'll just keep it on a trickle at that point. So it's not gonna overcharge it. It'll keep your battery at that point where it needs to be. So I have multiple trickle chargers, one's for my Harleys and then one's for my tractors. And now, if you have a battery where you're not sure if it's still good or not, I'm going to show you how to test it. There are multiple ways of testing, and one of those ways is with a battery tester. And you can see here, you could also use a multimeter as well. This is a battery tester. As you guys can see, it has a gauge on there that'll get you up. We're going to be doing 12-volt batteries here for lawn tractor equipment batteries, whatnot. We want to be right in that green right there. That's where we want to be to make sure it's good. And then we have a button down here that we can hit to put it under load, okay? And then these guys down here, you just hook up your cables to your positive and to your negative. So I got this battery out of this one came out of I believe the Craftsman, or one of my Craftsman tractors that I thought it was gonna be bad, but it looks like it's actually pretty good. So we're gonna hook it up, I'll show you. Under load, it looked pretty good. So we just gotta we're gonna find our positive, take our red to our positive right here. Okay. And we're gonna get our black to negative right here. All right, and set this up for everyone here. Apologize for the mess. So, if you guys can see, I'll get you in the light here. So we are reading right in the green, okay? Now I'm gonna put it under load, if everyone can see this. Put it under load here. It goes down into the yellow, down around 10. And you can hear it kind of makes a noise, it puts it under load. Back to green. This battery's probably still good. And all these batteries so this one's all right. I just checked the John Deere, and I also checked or my two other John Deere tractors to make sure they were good. This one was good. Had plenty of cold cranking amps still on it. You can use a multimeter on your batteries if you want, or you can use a battery tester like this and put it under load and check it. Let me show you a battery that is going to show zeros. It's this one in the back here. I'll show everyone. So we'll get this guy hooked up. And I've had this one. This one came out of another tractor. This one's done. This one's going to go out and get recycled. All right. So as everyone can see here, I've got nothing. So when it's hooked up, it's down below zero on that battery back there. So you can see the difference with that battery versus the other batteries I have. And then if we put this one under load, actually it barely moves, does anything. So it doesn't do anything. So, but again, that's one thing I wanted to discuss. Now, another thing, one other quick thing, and this was a question that Jim had for me with the batteries. And What I recommend for your, when you go to, if you need a new battery, highly recommend Walmart. They are the cheapest. You can look at Amazon, you can look at other hardware stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, other big box stores. Walmart's gonna be the best price. They always are. The EverStart batteries, when you look at the EverStarts, they're cheap, and they get the job done. It's enough for what you need. The next thing you wanna look at is your CCA, which is the cold cranking amps. On the cold cranking amps for the tractors, I highly recommend 300. You don't need 300. You could get away with a 275, a 230. I like the 300 because it's better with the colder weather. It helps it when, depending on what climate you guys live in. I like the 300. It always gets the job done. It gives it enough power to crank over the engine. So spend a little bit more money, get the 300 CCA if you can. That's what I just recommended to Jim today. So hopefully he's running out and getting himself a 300 CCA EverStart at Wally World, and we'll see. And hopefully I hear a good report back from him. And I've been, again, telling him to keep getting those trickle chargers. Keep your batteries on trickle chargers over the winter. If you live in a cold environment, if you keep your tractor or whatever equipment or zero turn out in a shed, take it out of the shed or take it out of the unit, bring it inside to the house. I know I've heard two different myths on storing a battery on concrete, and someone said it was not true. Now, if you have any counter arguments on that, please comment on it. But I was always told never to put a battery directly on concrete. It sucks out the, I guess it destroys them. I keep my batteries just keep them on a wood platform surface, and keep a battery tender trickle charger or any other trickle charger on your battery over the wintertime. My camper battery, which is like a car battery, that one comes right out of the camper, goes right inside the basement, and I put it on a trickle charger. Same with my zero turn battery, comes out of the zero turn, goes right in the basement, where it's, the basement's not heated, but it's also not, 5 degrees. It's, somewhere around 55, 60, 65 degrees. Much better on the batteries. They last longer, and I, again, highly recommend these battery tenders here. These you can get on Amazon. See, we're already green here on this one, you can see. So it's just running at the trickle on this battery for this John Deere L100. So this the battery tender trickle charger, highly recommend it. There's a couple different mounts you can do. These are alligator clips right here, positive. Red to positive, black to negative. If we come over to my Harley, at the old Street Glide here, you can see I've got this covered up, but this hooks in over here. So this one has been on a trickle all winter. It's been green. And I have a direct connect right back here, if you can see. Let me show you that. Let me see here. Sorry for the... Okay. Right there. So that just plugs right in there, and I have that on a couple of my motorcycles, and that's a different hookup than it is for the tractors to have the alligator clips. So anyway, I hope this helps, and hope I can answer any questions when it comes to battery, lawn tractor battery maintenance, and just how to store them, the right types of batteries to get. You can get better batteries. They're just going to be more expensive. For lawn tractors, the Walmart Walmart batteries are the cheapest ones you can get. They get the job done and they work perfectly fine. I just don't see the point in spending more money at some of the other big box stores on different batteries. But if you guys have a counter argument to that, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. That's what's worked for me. And anyway, hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments. And I appreciate all the support on the channel. The channel has grown now. We just hit 80 subscribers today. It's growing faster than I thought. So I think everyone liked that previous video I put up on the Craftsman. That one was a push rod issue that we had with that tractor. So we're going to park that one out. And I know I explained that in the previous video. So, alrighty. Everyone have a good day and take care.